Welcome to Bytes TV. I'm Valen.
And I'm Ashley, here to bring you the latest in tech news, gadgets, and tips.
So, did you like your new intro? We at Bytes TV are celebrating the 3D release of Stars.
We didn't get the rights to say that, remember?
Anyway, speaking about stars, our new friend Shay will be talking about an app that helps with stargazing. More on that later.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Many new developments arose at Apple's latest Keynote event held on March 7, 2012. A new version of iOS was announced, Siri learned a new language, Apple discussed the next generation of its Apple TV, and the new iPad was finally revealed. First up, Apple announced the latest iteration of iOS. iOS 5.1 comes with such notable improvements as bug fixes, better battery life, a new camera shortcut in the lock screen, a 4G indicator bar for iPhones running on AT&T, and last but not least is a new language for Siri. That's right, Siri recently got smarter with the addition of Japanese to her list of abilities.
週末は雨は降らないようです.
What language will she learn next? Also, Apple introduced the third generation of its Apple TV product, which comes with a new redesigned user interface and 1080p video support. On top of that, the iTunes Store now offers 1080p HD movies as well. The new Apple TV also comes with iCloud syncing support and the ability to recommend movies and other things to users. It is available now with a price tag of $99. And finally, the news that everyone was waiting for was the reveal of the third generation iPad, simply named the new iPad. And because the product is a newer version of its predecessor, it comes as no surprise that it contains a plethora of new features. But don't take our word for it. Let's hear directly from the folks over at Apple.
We believe technology is at its very best when it's invisible. When you're conscious only of what you're doing, not the device you're doing it with. An iPad is the perfect expression of that idea. It's just this magical pane of glass that can become anything you want it to be. And that's why so many people in so many different places are using it for so many different things. It's a more personal experience with technology than people have ever had. And now, with the new iPad, we're elevating that experience by dramatically improving the fundamental elements that define it. We gave it a powerful new A5X chip for stunning graphics, a 5-megapixel eyesight camera with our state-of-the-art optics, the speed of 4G LTE. We created amazing new software that redefines what you can do with music, movies, and photos. And all of this is brought to life on the Retina display, the highest resolution display ever on a mobile device.
The display is what the iPad's all about. So when you enhance the display, you enhance everything. And the Retina display on the third generation iPad is just spectacular. It's got a resolution of 2048 by 1536. That's 3.1 million pixels, 4 times more than the previous iPad, and over 1 million more than what's called high definition on other devices. And we've packed all these pixels into a display that's just 9.7 inches. But engineering it wasn't as simple as just jamming in more pixels. A pixel is made up of red, green, and blue subpixels, with a signal telling each one when and how much to light up. That's how colors are created. But when you squeeze 4 times the pixels into the same space, signals can get crossed. Colors become distorted, and images get fuzzy. To solve this, we had to elevate the pixels onto a different plane and separate them from the signals. It's a major breakthrough. And it's the key to making the pixels so small and so close together that the human eye can't even distinguish them. So type looks razor sharp, and you'll see details in photos that you never knew were there. A wider color gamut brings out even more detail and gives you colors that are incredibly rich, deep, and vivid. This isn't just the most advanced display you've ever held in your hand, it's the most advanced display you've ever seen.
The iPad is known for its fluid graphics performance, but because the Retina display has 4 times the pixels to drive, you need a lot more power. So when we designed the new A5X chip, we gave it quad-core graphics. It makes everything you do feel really fast and smooth. And it's so efficient, the new iPad still gets the same great 10-hour battery life. To go with a beautiful display, we added a new iSight camera. It takes 5-megapixel photos using the same advanced optics we developed for the iPhone 4S. And it shoots gorgeous 1080p HD video at up to 30 frames per second. But one of the biggest breakthroughs in the new iPad is its next-generation wireless technology. It works with more bands than any mobile device ever. So it connects to more of the world's fastest data networks, all the way up to 4G LTE.
With all the amazing technology built into the new iPad, we had an opportunity to create software that is truly groundbreaking. And that meant completing the iLife family of apps. There's a new version of GarageBand that lets you wirelessly connect up to 4 iOS devices so you and your friends can jam and record together. To complement the iSight camera in the new iPad, we made iMovie even better. Now you can shoot 1080p HD video and turn it into a Hollywood-style movie trailer in minutes, all on a single device you can take with you everywhere. And now we're bringing iPhoto to the iPad. It's unbelievably powerful and so simple to use. The smart browsing feature lets you go through lots of shots really quickly. You just double tap on a photo and it finds others that look just like it, so you can pick your favorite. With multi-touch gestures, you can make your blue sky bluer. You can apply dozens of professional quality effects with just a few taps. And with photo journals, you can share your photos in ways you never could before. These new iLife apps open up all kinds of possibilities for the iPad.
The iPad introduced the world to an entirely new way to experience technology. And now with the new iPad, we've taken an experience that millions of people love and made it profoundly better. It's the ultimate iPad, and we think it's going to change how you see and do just about everything.
Thompson's Productions, HBE Live, and Tantric Entertainment presents the Wild and Free World Tour featuring Ziggy Marley. Ziggy Marley live at the Aloha Stadium on Saturday, March 24th with special guest Inner Circle. Tickets are on sale now. All Ticketmaster locations, including Walmart, or by calling 1-800-745-3000. Reggae superstars Ziggy Marley and Inner Circle live at Aloha Stadium, March 24th.
Millions of people log on to the internet every day. Social media sites are the web's most popular destinations. They provide an easy way for people to stay in touch with friends and family, and even make new friends. Your company can network with clients in the same way. Our team of social media experts can help you deliver fresh and engaging content to hundreds of social media sites. The kind of content that gets clients excited about doing business with you. EmergingNewMedia.com.
This segment of BytesTV is brought to you by GameTrailer.com, your online video source for game trailers, reviews, tips, and tricks.
After a row of detours in the land of Legos, Battlefronts, and action-adventure games, Star Wars returns to the RPG and the Old Republic, a massively multiplayer online game coming not a moment too soon after its predecessor's demise. Like many others who have come before it, the Old Republic stands trial as the latest would-be WoW killer on the block.
It's about time someone put the fear of Sith in the Jawas.
A new hope dawns for what may potentially be one of the biggest game changers yet, but does the Old Republic really spell a new revolution in MMOs?
Are you ready to do what's right?
I always was, and our time has finally come.
Satya, what's wrong?
I sense a great darkness.
Layering upon a rich foundation of lore hewn from past games, as well as an inexhaustible supply of extended universe material, the Old Republic presents not one, but multiple stories to pursue on your voyage to the level 50 cap, all beginning with your choice of class. There are 4 general archetypes in all, branching out to 8 across both the Republic and Imperial sides, and still more when advanced class delineations come into play. Each opposing class is ultimately a mirror image of the rival faction's version, but the significant difference here is what you'll experience along the way.
Each of you has seen things no mind is meant to endure.
As it turns out, one of the Old Republic's biggest design points has curiously little to do with feeling part of a massively multiplayer online world. Instead, the focus is on your individually tailored journey determined by your class. By contrast to the starting quest lines present in the first fleeting hours of other MMOs, the Old Republic's ambitious story arcs are absolutely enormous in scope, lasting the entire duration of your character's leveling career. Fully voiced and animated conversations lacquer the experience with an active tone that demands attention.
If I'm so special, shouldn't the leader of the Jedi train me?
While the ability for players to make choices that ultimately shape factors like quest outcomes and character morality flirt with the elusive notion of consequence in an MMO world. After being spoiled by such well-produced cutscenes and voiceovers, the drab text box that's become the MMO norm is suddenly an unwelcome sight.
Bring them back, and you could save millions of people from a life of pain and early death.
Look, I got a job that needs doing, and I need help doing it.
In terms of making the player feel central to the journey, the Old Republic treads exuberant new ground amidst the genre's stuffy conventions. Even the plethora of 4-player instances dubbed flashpoints shows twinkles of inspiration when arms are laid down for the game's spin on group diplomacy. But in most other regards, the Old Republic is far less daring in approach. Kill and fetch quests are the norm, the need for hardwired party roles and groups prevails, and the touchstones that define the general nature of class, progression, and economic design bear more than a passing resemblance to World of Warcraft's time-tested formula.
I hope someone else finds this and makes you pay for your crimes.
Objectively speaking, you'll find few flaws among the Old Republic's carefully manicured parts. But if there's one legitimate grievance, it's that it plays it much too safe with an intellectual property capable of so much more. The game is at its most interesting when it strikes its own path, such as with the AI-driven companion characters that serve as interactive foils in and out of combat. This isn't to say that the game's missteps come from a lack of ambition. It's quite the opposite in some cases. We would have much preferred a broader list of playable race options over the humdrum space combat, which comes off as something that the developers felt obligated to strike off a checklist.
Guess who's got the fastest ship in the sector?
Where the end game is concerned, the player experience is suitably girded. The team-based PvP war zones remain fun, fast-paced diversions all the way to the end, with the strange rugby-inspired Hutball standing out as the clear winner of the lot. Level-capped champions can grind out points for gear and vehicles, while players still on the treadmill can find the means to compete with passively scaled stats. On the PvE side, flashpoints give way to the comparatively larger operations, perilous dungeons designed for raid-sized groups, featuring fabulous rewards, and the hardest encounters in the game. Presently, there are only 2 of these available, but future content patches promise to bolster the count, as well as that of war zones and flashpoints down the line. Combat in the Old Republic follows the venerable MMO paradigm of hotbars, cooldowns, and talent trees. The genre's well-worn standards don't see many innovations here, instead finding strength through creative reworkings of established class tropes. By design, all classes in the game are capable of dealing damage, as well as fulfilling at least one secondary role of healing or tanking, widening the threshold for party makeups to allow pretty much whatever combination you can think of, so long as each class is spec'd to do the job right.
You should have mentioned that earlier.
While there are only 4 basic classes, subtle tweaks in resource systems, skill properties, and equipment choice, compounded by talent specializations in each profession's advanced class types, provide for a wide variety of playstyles. The modest and eminently squishy Jedi Consular class, for one, can turn away from its spellcasting focus and take on a more melee and stealth-based approach on the battlefield. Likewise, classes that you may think would only exclusively deal damage can turn out some pretty impressive support play in a pinch.
I've never fought anyone I couldn't beat.
For the most part, the Old Republic's sci-fi tinged take on the genre works well, though we wouldn't be surprised to see some things change in the distant future. The smuggler's rolling cover mechanic is novel but gimmicky at best, characters cannot presently switch between their advanced classes, and some minor responsiveness issues turn up when queuing up certain skills, resulting in a clunky and unpleasant feel.
I'm sorry, I failed.
With any luck, players will see some improvements to these lingering quibbles as patches are dutifully issued over time.
I'll handle anything that dares get in my way.
We have returned.
Falling somewhere in between the fantastic reality of the films and the cartoon whimsy of the animated television series, The Old Republic presents a sharp, stylized silhouette that pulls double duty as a resource-light game with plenty of hardware scalability. Even the most modest of rigs should have little difficulty rendering the busy aerial highways of Coruscant, though expect a touch of framiness if you're running on the low end. The visuals paint a vibrant and picturesque rendition of the Star Wars universe, though it isn't completely impervious to the occasionally unflattering glitch.
Will she fly? She's not pretty, but she's tough.
Animations also teeter from convincing to humorous, though for the most part, we're impressed by the overall effort. The game's soundtrack is resoundingly solid throughout, capturing the epic magnitude of John Williams' iconic scores through every one of the game's carefully cued moments.
Again, thank you, and may the Force be with you.
Our time has come.
Star Wars: The Old Republic's unabashed resampling of the prevailing MMO model offers a valid and in many ways more approachable alternative to Blizzard's juggernaut.
Then you possess all that remains of the Dark Lord.
It's a great starting point for those curious about the genre, as well as a refreshing change of pace for seasoned MMO veterans. Blizzard can hang on to its coffers of gold for the time being, but as of now, Azeroth is no longer alone in the universe.
Top Sense Productions, HPE Live, and Tantric Entertainment presents the Wild and Free World Tour featuring Ziggy Marley. Ziggy Marley live at the Aloha Stadium on Saturday, March 24th with special guest Inner Circle. Tickets are on sale now. All Ticketmaster locations, including Walmart, or by calling 1-800-745-3000. Reggae superstars Ziggy Marley and Inner Circle live at Aloha Stadium, March 24th.
At PCAT, we work and play like you do. We surf, teach, participate in charity softball games. We maintain networks, and we've sailed the Pacific. We spend time with children and dream about a bright future. Actually, we do more than dream. We train motivated professionals to excel in technology fields. You don't have to go away for training. PCAT brings the resources to you. So now the ball's in your hands. Get the advanced technology training you need right here in Hawaii.
Welcome back to the show.
Making her BytesTV appearance for the first time, everybody, welcome Shay.
Thanks, guys. I'm excited to be here with you two, and as promised, here is my video on the stargazing app.
Sit back, relax, and put your headphones on. She's got the vids to keep you watching YouTube all night long. Her name is Shay.
Hi, this is Shay. I went to Kahalo Park today to check out the Star Party, which is held by the Hawaii Astronomical Society. What they do is they take out these big telescopes and you are able to check out the moon and different stars that are out, even planets. And so I thought it was a great opportunity to use this app called SkySafari. And this app, what you do is you just point it up to the sky and it'll tell you exactly what you're looking at. Check it out. When I got to Kahalo Park, they were setting up their telescopes to get ready to view the night sky. Once they got it set up, they pointed it to the moon so we could check out the moon first. Then it was my turn to look through the telescope to check out the moon. Wow! This is what I saw through the telescope. I could see almost every detail of the moon. It was really crazy. I took out the SkySafari app and pointed it towards the moon, and sure enough, the app told me I was looking at the moon. But in addition, there was the planet Jupiter nearby. I wanted to see that, so I asked the people at the star party whether I could see Jupiter. I see Jupiter! It's Jupiter! Wow, okay, so I use this app and I'm like, okay, where is Jupiter? It's above the moon.
Yep.
Yeah, you see
about a fist, up and to the left.
Yeah.
It's behind a
There's
cloud
fist
right
and a
now.
half. You can barely see it there. See where it is right there?
Oh,
Yeah,
over there!
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
I see it! It's up there!
Yep.
I'm looking at a star cluster, and it's called the Heart of the Dog.
Right, M41.
M41, which is part of
Canis Majoris.
Which is part of Canis Majoris. I act like I really know what I'm talking about, but you know, it's the app that's helping me. It's the people here that's helping me. Manipulating the SkySafari app was fairly easy, and thanks to it, I was able to put a name to the stars that I was looking in the sky. The best part was being able to see and point out Orion's belt. Operating the SkySafari app is fairly simple. Just click on the app, let it load, and you can zoom out and zoom in. You can also use the hotkeys on the side to look for stars. Now say you're interested in this star, which is the planet Venus. You can double click on it and it gives you all the information. You can also even get further description by clicking on the description box. Now you can also use the iPhone GPS capability and use it to just shine it up into the sky and it'll show you exactly what you're looking at. Pretty simple, pretty cool app. Thanks for watching. See you!
Wow, Shay, thanks for doing that.
And we'll be right back.
Substance Productions, HPE Live, and Tantric Entertainment presents the Wild and Free World Tour featuring Ziggy Marley. Ziggy Marley live at the Aloha Stadium on Saturday, March 24th with special guest Inner Circle. Tickets are on sale now. All Ticketmaster locations, including Walmart, or by calling 1-800-745-3000. Reggae superstars Ziggy Marley and Inner Circle live at Aloha Stadium, March 24th.
This day and age, everyone's using social media as a platform to market their business. The only problem is that they haven't found the means to actually get out there or gain the skills necessary. Emerging New Media University actually fills that gap. You'll be able to learn how to put together a social media strategy, how to use Facebook, Twitter, how to set up a social media campaign, even the new trends like Facebook timeline. You can learn all of that here at Emerging New Media University.
That's all the time we have on this episode of BytesTV. If you want more, check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/BytesTV or at Twitter at twitter.com/BytesTV.
And be sure to catch us on OC16 every Monday at 6.
Oh, when?
Every Monday at 6.
Okay.
Bye, guys. If you would like to be on BytesTV or you simply have a story or idea for our show, we want to hear from you. Contact us today.
Bye guys, thanks for having me.
That girl's our last hope.
No, there is another. So, did you like your new intro? We have BytesTV, something about stars, and Star Wars. Speaking about stars, our new friend Shay
is our friend.
But speaking about stars, our new friend Shay will be talking all about an app called stargazing. But speaking about stars, our new friend Shay will be helping out with an app that talks about stargazing.
Beautiful.
Son of a... Slap in the face.
In the face.
How do you like my dance moves? Under black eye. Jump a beat or something. The voices in my mind doesn't sing.
It's like our sweet dance moves. Yeah. Oh
We're
yeah.
sexy and we know where.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
That girl's our last hope.
No, there is another.